Chase, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good deal. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing well. Have you been able to work while you've been off?
No, when they shut down non-essential businesses, that was me too.
Well, that sucks. I was talking to some, like Sammy Hetrick was saying earlier today, that they're still open. So at least from a financial standpoint, he gets a little bit of a benefit because he's making money. I didn't know if you'd be in the same boat or not.
No, but I get one more paycheck before I have to save everything.
Yeah. So someone told me that you guys at the Career Center, that you guys are going virtual next week. What's that going to look like for you guys?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay. I just heard that for the first time today, so maybe they're still working out some of the kinks and things like that.
I just texted Luke. He said he'll be getting on too.
Okay. That's what I got some emails and things like that confirming that it was 2. So I imagine some people are going to hop on here. We'll probably get started about like 5 after 2, just making sure everybody's on here. I'm just doing a quick rundown of where we're going to go. We're not having a lesson today, so we're just looking at 20, 25 minutes, just looking over some things.
Sounds good to me.
Luke, can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right. How have you been, Luke?
I've been good.
Doing well. What have you been doing for the last 2 weeks?
Oh, just playing video games and watching Netflix.
Not leaving the house much?
No.
Bummed about track?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. PIAA hasn't canceled winter sports yet, so I was talking to Sammy this morning. Hopefully you just hold out hope until it's gone, I guess. But I think since they haven't canceled winter, I think they're trying to do everything they can.
I hope it's not canceled.
Yeah, I think that, even if it was, I've heard some different options of even just doing some meets in May and, maybe even June, but I guess we'll see what happens. Ethan, you there?
This is so stupid.
All I see is a deer head. Did you shoot that deer?
No.
Is that all we're gonna see of you? Just a deer head?
Yeah.
All right. If you don't want to show your face, that's all right. Dylan's on. Dylan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Sleeping?
Just sleeping? Your hair looks like you just woke up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
What have you been doing, Ethan?
Farming.
Farming? Is that volunteer
Yeah.
family work or is that paid work?
Volunteer family work.
Volunteer family work. Are you still getting up at 7 every day like you would for school?
No, I woke up at 12 today.
12? There you go.
Yep.
Brooke, are you making sure you get that at like the perfect angle or
What?
are you making sure that you get your camera at like the perfect angle and you've got the perfect picture there? Or?
No, it was falling. This is the only way I can get it to stay up.
Oh, okay. What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
I just got a new job. That's about it.
Where at?
Mayport.
The gas station.
Yeah.
There you go. Make some money while you're off.
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal. Ethan, do you miss school yet?
No.
You're not going to be sad if we never go back?
No.
You won't cry? What about you? What about you, Dylan? Do you wish you were back in school?
No.
No, you're good. Dylan, what time
Yeah.
do you usually get up every day?
Round one.
Around 1. There you go. And you go to bed when?
Probably around 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. So you still get your solid 8 hours in.
Mm-hmm. I don't got a job anymore.
You got fired?
I got laid off.
Where were you working at?
Red Bank Chevy.
Okay. Is the showroom even open? Are they selling cars or anything? Nope.
No, everything's closed.
Everything's closed. Crazy times for sure. It's definitely, this is going to be, like I remember 9/11 like the back of my hand. This will be like your guys' 9/11. You'll remember this like crazy. So I just wanted to go over some short things. Hopefully we have some more people hop on. I'm going to post this for anybody that misses it, or if anybody asks you, you can kind of fill them in. Just wanted to start with the biggest thing is I'm not going to, be asking you guys, we're not going to have class every single day. I hope. Have you guys met with other teachers via Zoom? Have you checked in with any of your other teachers? No?
No.
See Dylan shaking his head.
No.
No. Okay. The big thing that we want to do is we don't want to give you guys too much. Like I understand, like Ethan working, Justin was on earlier. Justin signed on with the earlier class. He's working. I don't want you staring at a screen 7 hours a day. Kind of what my idea is we're going to get together 2 times a week. That's it. 2 times a week for like a half an hour. I'm going to post some things on Google Classroom, but it's going to be pretty simple. We're kind of going with the flow here because this is brand new for us too. This is something that obviously none of us expected. If I wanted to teach online, I'd be a cyber school teacher. So it's not really something I want to do. I imagine if you guys wanted to do everything online, you'd go to cyber. So this isn't something we necessarily want. We're just trying to make the best of it. So a couple things to go over. One thing they want us to do is just kind of see how many students that we're reaching, how many that we're staying in contact with. So when we're done here, I left a post on Google Classroom All I want you to do is I want you to go in there. I want you to leave some type of comment to let me know that I have, that you're paying attention to the Google Classroom, that you're not MIA, because we're supposed to report anybody that's that we haven't been able to get contact with. So what I want you to do in there is on your comment, I want you to tell me that when we meet 2 times a week, would you rather meet in the morning or in the afternoon? And probably what I'll do is I'll probably set up with the 2 senior classes combined, a morning class and an evening class. That way, if some of you are working, if you want to check in the morning, you can check in the evening. But let me know what your preference is so we can figure out what are the best times to meet. So make sure you get me a comment in there. The second thing on that post, you're going to see that there's a link to Google Hangouts. Have you guys ever heard of Google Hangouts before? Ever hear that? No, I see
No.
you now. So with Google Hangouts, it's basically the school appropriate way that our class can have a group chat, right? So everything's monitored by the school. There's no way I'm going to set up a group chat via text because I have no idea what Ethan's going to send me on a regular basis for everybody else to see. So this is a way that, as far as checking in, the one way that I feel like it could be beneficial, like if one person has a question, one person sends it to the chat, I answer it, everybody's got the answer. So you don't have to do that, but I downloaded Google Hangouts on my phone and the messages come through just like text messages. So if you download the app, it's not like the Remind app, but it would be like an actual group chat that you would see via text messages. So if you want to do that, you can. If not, you can just reach out to me via email. How many of you guys that I have picture for, give me a thumbs up if this is your first time Zooming, the first time you've had a Zoom. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. Do you guys have any questions about it? If you do this with other teachers, it's really that simple. They'll post the link and you click on it. So when we get together, I'll put a post in Google Classroom with the time. You click on the link, you pull it up on your phone, you pull it up on your computer. We go from there. Pretty simple. Any questions on Zoom? Are you guys good? Good, 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 good. Okay.
Good.
Now, next thing is we are going to, I met with Mrs. Rupp and Mrs. Weaver, and we were trying to think of something that we could do with the seniors to kind of as their graduation requirement. And I kind of had your backs on this, and I decided what I basically said, why don't we complete Search for Workday? That way, A, it's not going to be a ton of work for you guys, and B, you're already prepared for it. So what we're going to do with Search for Workday is we're going to do virtual interviews like this. So as long as your business that you were matched up with is willing to do a Zoom interview, a Skype, or a FaceTime interview, we get back from Easter break. You guys actually do have an Easter break next week, as weird as that sounds. But when we get back from Easter break, you're going to be in charge of setting up an interview with your businesses that you were with, 3 of them. And by a certain date, you have to complete 3 interviews. Okay. So it's the same thing that you were going to do on the 19th. It's just going to be this way as well. You know, you'll still dress up. You know, one of the positives you could say is you don't have to have dress pants on, right? You just have to be dressed up from here up. You can have sweats on or shorts on or whatever you want to wear, you know, underneath whatever you don't see in the camera, you know, as weird as that may be. But I felt like that would be something that A, is beneficial for you guys, and B, it's not a ton of work because you already did the hard work. You already got the resumes, cover letters, all that stuff done. So any of you guys or anybody listening, if you didn't get your resumes and cover letters sent, you need to still get that done. And for me, that's probably the only grade that you're going to get from me for the 4th 9 weeks. Okay. So I think that's fair, but we are going to move forward with that. I sent out an email to all the businesses, and they're going to get back to me, the ones that are able to do virtual interviews, because some of them that are older may not be able to do that. We may actually do a telephone interview with them, but I will, after next week, I'll let you know, if it's the same person you're going to interview with, all you got to do is send them an email, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, when would be the best time to set up a virtual interview with you. Okay, so you'll know more about that after Easter break. 3rd quarter grades. So this is what next week looks like. We're not supposed to give you any work next Thursday or Friday, because next Thursday and Friday is your Easter break. So that following Monday that you're supposed to have off, that's going to be a snow makeup day. But next week, we only have a 3-day week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So they're ending the 3rd 9 weeks on Wednesday. Now, Do you guys remember how weird that last day of school was? We met in the auditorium. Dr. Mistillo said most likely we were going to be in school on Monday. And then 5 minutes later, they were basically like, get out and don't come back. Well, we as teachers, that following Monday, we were called at 10 a.m. And they said, you have till noon to get everything out of your room because the school's shutting down. And so we can't even get into the classroom. So I had news notes, I had makeup quizzes, I had a bunch of stuff still to grade. I'm going to give everybody 10 out of 10 on their last CNN 10. But other than that, including CNN 10s that you didn't turn in, I'm just going to excuse you from them. You know, so it's not going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. If you had to make up a quiz, I'm just going to exempt you from it because A, I don't have the papers to give you because they're in my classroom. And B, if you did take it, I can't grade it for you. So what I need you to do is before next Thursday, look at your grade. And the only way that I need to hear from you is if you see your grade and you're like, nah, I don't want that. And then we'll have to figure out what we can do for makeup work. But if you're good with your grade now, if you had zeros in for CNN 10s, since you didn't have the full chance to turn them in, I'm going to go back and I'm going to excuse you from all of those. So hopefully by next Wednesday, I have all those grades good, which basically means if you like your grade's going to stay the same and you don't have to do any more work. Okay. Next week, so everybody good on grades? Does anybody have questions on grades? Are we good? Good? Good. Okay. Next week, we got a 3-day week. So here's what we're going to do from here on out. For our 5-day weeks, our regular weeks, we're going to get together twice a week, Monday and Wednesdays. So I will have for you guys, because obviously I have second period and I have sixth period senior economics. I will have 2 sessions. Most likely one will be in the morning, one will be in the afternoon. Since it's the same exact thing, you know, for all of you guys, just 2 different class periods, you can come to whichever one you want to. You can come to whatever class you want. It's your choice. So if I have one at 9 in the morning and you want to get it over with, you're awake, you can come then. If you're like Dylan and you don't wake up till 1 o'clock and you want to come to the 2 or 3 o'clock session, that's fine as well. But you can do whatever you want to do. And here's my plan for the rest of the year. This stuff that's going on in the world today is so crazy and insane. We haven't seen this for like 100 years. You know, not since 1918 have we seen a sickness circulate the globe like this. And there's so many things lined up with what our class material was. You know, like we just finished demand. Our next topic was supply. Everybody buying this toilet paper like crazy. Everybody buying bread off the shelves, all those sort of things. All of this is happening is because the demand is high and the supply is low because people are panicking. So there's so many things that we're going to be able to tie in. So I'm forgetting like the notes. I'm forgetting what I typically teach. And what we're going to do 2 days a week is we're just going to get together and talk about the crazy things that are happening that day. I mean, even to the extent your parents are going to be getting a check in the mail soon. The government is sending people money. They're sending every adult $1,200. And for every kid an adult has, they're sending $500. So you guys should be saying to your parents, hey, you know, where's my $500 at that you're getting for me? So the government is literally paying out. He said it's going to be about $2 trillion where they're giving every American money because the times are so crazy right now. So there's such unique things happening that we can talk about that we don't even need to get back into having formal tests and quizzes and things along those lines. So that's my plan. So what I plan on doing is we will meet Monday and Wednesday. What you're going to be responsible to do is before we meet, whether you come to the morning session or the afternoon session, you have to watch CNN 10 on your own. You don't have to take notes. But what we're going to do is we're going to break down the things that we saw on CNN 10 of what's happening in the world around us. And then we're going to tie some of those things into what we talk about. Okay. So for me, it's going to be pretty low key. It's going to be just kind of connecting and getting back together and talking about some things. It's not going to be a formal, you got this due this day, this due this day, this due this day. Every once in a while, I may throw something out on Google Classroom and say, for points, give me a comment on this or respond to this question or something along those lines. But with the exception of Search for Workday is basically going to be your only grade of the 4th 9 weeks. Okay. Unless you guys want to do more. Ethan, do you want to write some book reports and do some readings and stuff like that? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. I figured. Okay. The last couple of things I wanted to connect with you on. Do you guys as seniors, I met with Mrs. Rupp talking about kind of what the end of the school year is looking like. Do you as seniors, do you guys have any questions about what's going to happen, or if we know what's going to happen in any areas?
No.
No. I think that a lot of things are up in the air right now. President Trump, with his ruling, basically has till April 30th, where he's telling people to stay away from each other. Isn't prom like the week after that? Isn't it like the first week in May or something along those lines? So one thing I was going to ask you guys, one thing that other school districts have thrown out there is having a prom in like July or August. Would you guys come to a prom in July or August? Maybe. No, Ethan doesn't want to go to prom.
Yeah, probably.
Brooke, did you already get your dress?
Yeah, but
You
I
did?
don't really care if we have prom.
You don't really
Yeah.
care. It doesn't bother you as much. Graduation, if this continues, would likely be virtual. You know, maybe something like you're standing in your living room and you stand up when they call your name. I don't know. I mean, we've just never been here before, so I have no idea. You know, it could be a situation where everybody's logged on and looking at Ethan with his hood up and his tongue pressed into his lip there like that, you know, with different things, and be like, hey, he stands up when his name's called. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But even some little things like your time capsules, there's going to be a day designated where you guys can drive by and pick up your time capsules. I'm sure some of you guys still have stuff in your lockers, right? I mean, we were told to get out of the building so quickly. There's probably going to be a day where you guys go in to get your stuff, but it's definitely weird. I mean, how many of you guys, do any of you guys have parents where they've basically said, hey, you're staying in the house, you're not going anywhere? Any of you have parents like that? No? You've been going out? Ethan, if you're farming, you're going outside, right? So you're getting outside. Dylan, you're sleeping all day long. Brooke, are you allowed to go outside other than work?
A little bit, not really though.
A little bit, not really. So it's definitely a weird time. I know some of the earlier seniors I talked to, some of them said they're happy to be out of school. Some of them said they miss school. The thing that kind of sucks about the timing is this is your easy time of the year. You know, you guys get to the points for the last month and a half in school, you just coast. But I would say that with some of this online stuff, like Ethan, you getting on right away, say, hey, this is stupid. As long as you do the bare minimum, do what you have to do. This is going to be a very easy 2 months of school, because I really don't think you're going to be asked to do a whole lot, because we don't really know, even as teachers, what's fully expected or where we're going to go. So just make sure you stay up to date, check the Google Classrooms of different things. Since we're going to meet Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll give you more information. I'm going to have a post Sunday. So check Sunday evening to see which one you want to jump into, whether it's the morning or the evening one, and what all you would have to have ready and prepared for that. So we will meet Mondays and Wednesdays. And then what I'm going to do is Friday, I'm leaving my whole day, because obviously I got a ton of time on my hands too. I'm leaving all day Friday open for if any of you need help with letters of recommendation or scholarships or job applications or anything that you may need help with or have questions about. We can hop on here one-on-one and we can talk about some of those things. So you can either get into Google Hangout and shoot a message, or shoot me an email and let me know that you wanted to talk about some of those things, and we'll go from there. So after next week, our schedule is going to be, we're going to get together for like 20 minutes, a half an hour on Monday and Wednesday. And then I'll lay out whatever you may have to do for the rest of the week. And then on Fridays, it'll just be open. If you guys have questions or if you have anything to do, other than that, you can take Friday, at least from my standpoint, to get some of your other work done. Okay? Anybody have any questions on anything? Everybody good? Dylan says good. Shaking head. Brooke, you've been like swaying and pacing this whole time here, and so. Where's your partner in crime, Shiki, at?
Honestly, I don't know.
Don't
I
know?
really don't.
All right. Well,
No.
if you guys don't have any questions, that's all I have for you. Just know that if you guys still need help on anything, like I said, I've got a ton of time on my hands too. If you want me to look over whether it's job applications, those of you that are going to work right away, this is a great time to be looking and applying for jobs. A lot of places may not specifically be hiring, but if you can think of some places down the road, make sure you have all your documents lined up and things along those lines. It's a good time to do that. But if you need help with anything like that, just let me know. Obviously email or however you can get in touch with me. But other than that, if nobody has any questions, that's all I needed for today. Sound good? All right, guys. You guys can go ahead and exit out. And for anybody, if you talk to anybody that missed this, I'm going to post this on Google Classroom. Make sure if you were here today, you comment in Google Classroom what time you would prefer to meet. And then I am going to work on uploading this video for anybody that missed. So see you guys later.
Yeah.
Adios.